Hi, this is Greg Robinson from myphotographyshow.com, where you can send your photos in for a free critique. That's exactly what Bob did with this image. Thanks, Bob, for sending your image in. It looks great. I'm going to critique it in several steps. Let's have a look. Let's start off with your settings and why you chose those, the general composition, and what I would have suggested to do to maybe better the image. Okay, let's get right into it. So, in terms of ISO, you were at 800 and 1/60th of a second shutter speed for an aperture of f4. What I guess about these settings is basically you wanted to freeze the action as much as possible without having too much noise, therefore chose 1/60th of a second shutter speed because underneath that, those flames, which are already a bit blurry, and the smoke wouldn't have been as sharp as they are here. You aperture at f4 because it was dark out, so you didn't really have a choice about that, and so you needed to push your ISO up to 800 before going into too much noise, because 1600 would have been a bit noisy, I think. So great choice about that. All the other viewers, if you find yourself in the same situation, that's exactly what you need to do. Great composition. We've got the firefighters here, which are basically doing their best to get rid of that fire. I hope they did their job all right on that. And we've got all this information here on the right of the frame, which looks absolutely gorgeous. What I would have suggested would have maybe pushing up the levels a bit on that to get a bit more contrast. You see already what happens there is I've got a lot more smoke just by making things slightly brighter like that. It gets much more interesting, and I would do that only there. So let me just get rid of your settings here. No, I do not want to save. Then you just get your brush and paint out the rest, basically. So that would look something like that. Okay, I would probably do the same on the firefighters, making them stand out a little more because they're kind of invisible there. So I'd create for that another layer mask of levels, obviously, and push that up also in order to get them to stand out a little more. We've got a little more information there, not too dark. Come back, there we go. You'd have to work it a bit just to get that attention, just that much more attention on the left side of the image. So you create this new layer, play around with your levels, and then basically paint all this in black because you don't want it to be black. We don't want it to be that sharp, okay? And your image gets much more interesting that way because the information just jumps to our eyes and we understand much more what's happening, okay? Thanks again, Bob, for sending your image in. All the other viewers, please do not hesitate to subscribe on our YouTube channel, find us on Facebook and on Twitter, but more importantly, come to myphotographyshow.com and send your images in for a free critique. I'd be more than happy to do it for you. This is Greg Robinson. Until next time, you have fun shooting.